foundation is supporting members share 10 euros per month. So imagine if you have 1 million supporting members supporting 10 euros per month. It's 120 million euros per year.
And what do supporting members do and get to?
Well,
they just contribute
they
money.
share money, and then they can go to the camps. They can contribute their thinking. But I think there's another group of people. So, like if you look at who can easily go to camp, homeless people can easily go to camp. Refugees can
Maybe that's Justin. Might be.
easily go.
Sorry.
So there's a lot of people who need to go to camp because they need the skills. And actually the society needs a lot of people to do ecosystem restoration. So the other thing I would say, financial model, I would say the most valuable work you can do on the planet right now is ecological restoration. So if you building a Rolls Royce or something else, it doesn't matter to the future of humanity, but human civilization depends on
The extent to which we can...
the hydrological cycle, the soil fertility, the climate regulation.
Yeah.
So if you're at that level where you understand it and you do this work, you're creating value. It's up to the society to recognize it. I mean, Van Gogh died, without selling a painting, only his one painting for 30
crazy.
years. It was horrible.
Terrible.
And it's especially when you go and see what it costs to buy a Van Gogh now. It's ridiculous. Mozart was thrown on a pile.
So people go to how does it the decision about the location of the camp, negotiation with the landowner invites you onto the land.
It's all different. Basically, I think every camp must be self-organized and self-governing. So they have to have their own legal structure in order to exist. So the group that is going to go to the camp or the group that is going to form the camp is in charge of what it's going to be. And that shouldn't be something that somebody else externally decides. It should be decided by the camps itself. But so I think that you'll see a few types of models emerging. And then that'll allow us to look and say, well, that model has a few problems. Look at that model. That model might not be so good. Look at that model. That's not so bad. Look at that one. That was really quite effective. But so everything that is learned should be transmitted to all.
So there's the ecosystem restoration camp model in terms of the finance. Misha, you have a different model, which is people pay for the opportunity to come on and do the work.
Most people, yeah.
So they pay, and then some people are funded.
So, for instance, for our Eden project now, we had 25% of the participants were funded by either Greenpop or local municipalities or local NGOs. But otherwise, the way I pay staff, fuel, material costs, etc., is by people paying a fee to do that. It's kind of...
You had people from Germany, you had people from all over the world show up.
We've had people from Japan and Alaska and...
Yeah, you had a Mongolian there.
Literally, one year we had like 27 people from Washington, D.C.
Have you guys had any CSI injection? Corporate?
Yeah, we do. It's been relatively low-key. In South Africa specifically, the environmental sector is a very small budget specific to the CSI. I think it's something like 5%.
Do you see that changing now that people are...
No, it's greenwashing. It's nothing.
I know.
It doesn't exist.
I know.
So John, you were saying earlier on, you said that you think that there's a model that would work better in South Africa.
Well, I think in South Africa, what you need is supporting members, and the supporting members come together and they build a construction, or what do I call it? Constructor camp, a camp to build camps. So that's what you need first. If you decide to do it, and you have this kind of meeting of the minds, then you want to do it, and it fits in the South African way. So, like, you have the best four-wheel drive backies in the world, practically. Maybe the Australians. The Australians are pretty good at it too.
My
But-
Toyota takes one and knock into, but it does a job.
but imagine, look at the ones that are converted here. They're perfect, So that's the level. Get the shop, and don't make it a business. Make it about the community has this resource. That doesn't only mean that you can build backies and you can build teepees and yurts and kitchen units and whatever. It means that anything that's broken in the community can be fixed. Well, that's a huge difference from the situation now. So once you understand what this means for community, then many communities should be ecosystem restoration camps, or the ecosystem restoration. Well, like in the Middle East, we're thinking about putting ecosystem restoration camps beside the refugee camps, because then they can just be like schools.
Yeah.
So then the people come in, they learn the skills, and then they take it back, and then they can use it immediately. Because those places where the refugees go, at the end, if they're sent back or move on somewhere else, it's devastating. So what would happen if you were doing this kind of stuff and all the people who were there were doing restoration? The place would be better because there was a refugee camp there. That's so weird.